During a court session, the judges arrived, and everyone sat down to hear how the verdict would turn out. Leo was uneasy about the chief judge because he believed the chief judge would end up supporting the rich. The case was between a wealthy man and poor villagers. Earlier that day, a car went out of control in front of the courthouse and headed toward a little girl. Leo rushed to save her, but the chief judge pulled out a gun and fired at the driver, causing the car to swerve in another direction. Leo confronted the chief judge about his actions, but the chief judge replied that it was better to lose one person than many. After hearing this, Leo no longer trusted him. Leo secretly placed a recording bug in the chief judge's office to listen to his conversations. He heard the chief judge speaking on the phone about meeting the offender's lawyer and a doctor, so he assumed the chief judge was working with the offender. Leo even followed him, not knowing it was all part of the chief judge's plan to lure the offender into a trap. During the trial, the prosecutor was called to speak. He explained that the wealthy man owned a manufacturing company in the village and had released a deadly chemical into the water, causing the deaths of many villagers, including a 3-year-old baby. The offender was therefore charged with murder. However, the offender and his lawyer argued that it was not murder but professional negligence, which carried a sentence of only 5 years in prison. The offender arrogantly claimed he had done the villagers a favor by building his company there and giving them jobs, saying their lives were too insignificant to repay him. A doctor was called as a witness and testified in favor of the offender. Leo became angry and questioned the witness aggressively, while the chief judge remained calm and silent. Leo became convinced that the chief judge supported the offender and believed this witness was the doctor the chief judge had mentioned on the phone. The chief judge then ordered the witness to sit down and drink some water. As the witness drank, the chief judge revealed that the water came from the same village. The witness immediately spat it out, exposing the lie since he had previously declared the water safe. Another doctor was then called as a witness for the victims and testified against the offender. Only then did Leo realize that this second doctor was the one the chief judge had mentioned during the phone call. Even so, Leo remained unhappy because the chief judge classified the crime as professional negligence, which meant only 5 years in prison. When it was time to deliver the verdict, the chief judge gave a shocking decision. He ruled that although the case qualified as professional negligence, the sentence would be multiplied according to the number of victims. Since one person would receive 5 years, the total sentence for all the victims amounted to 230 years in prison. Everyone in the courtroom was shocked. The villagers were overjoyed, while Leo stood speechless, never expecting such a verdict after having already judged the chief judge as a bad person.